everybody, welcome back to Edina Vlog. I'm your host Josh Sprague with Edina Realty in Edina, Minnesota. Thanks so much for coming back. I missed you. It's been a few months hiatus from the show. We're here to shoot the final show of 2012 here at 50th in France on location. Got a great special for you today. We'll have a tour of the Colonial Grove neighborhood, the Facebook question of the week, of course, market news, and a special interview with our business of the month, Salut restaurant. Come along. Now, I'm so excited to present Colonial Grove as our final neighborhood tour of 2012. The reason why I'm excited is it kind of captures all of the essence of what makes East Edina so great. Proximity to the creek and the 50th in France, an incredible tree canopy, and a beautiful undulating street pattern that makes it truly storybook. If you take a look at the graphic here, Colonial Grove lies at the southern section of a collection of East Edina neighborhoods that are very popular. Gulf Terrace Heights, South Area Park, Glenview Estates, Brucewood, and then of course in the south, the neighborhood we're in right now. A collection of 1940s 1.5 stories and 1950s ramblers are what characterizes the area. You also find a number of teardown projects in the 1 to 2 million range. A very walkable place and exceptional aesthetic quality throughout. So if you haven't been here before, take a visit. Now, on to the Facebook question of the week. The final question, of course, is holiday related, and that is, what is your favorite type of Christmas tree, fake or real? I know my own predilection. I like the fake type, very easy to maintain. You can pick your color, white, pink, or green, but unfortunately, that was not the popular response. Here in Edina, we like our real trees. Either the balsam or the Fraser fir is a favorite. People love the real trees because of the smell and the spacing between the limbs, and I want to thank all of my Facebook friends for helping me with the Facebook question week throughout the year, and especially Kirsten for her very thoughtful response. Take a look here. This is my Facebook page. Join me anytime at facebook.com/Josh1Sprague. So on to the market news, and this is our final update for 2012. In Edina, take a look at the chart here. You'll see that median price is basically the same year to date over last year. So again, the new normal, a stable housing price, not necessarily going up like an equity, more kind of stable and 1 to 2% like a bond, a safer investment as it was meant to be. The reason why we've had that stability is that demand has increased 40%, so closed sales up 40%, while the supply, the listing inventory, has basically stayed the same since last year. So with those dynamics of supply and demand, we see that price has been able to stabilize, and that's a good thing. We're one of the first cities in the state to have that stability come to the market. So I expect more good things in 2013. We have a lot of demand for new construction. There's a lot of development going on in East Edina and other parts of the city, and it's because Edina has so much to offer, from a low tax base to a great school system, great community, and great people, and of course great neighborhoods. 50th in France truly is a place to be at Christmas time. We're here a couple weeks before the holiday season. A great time to do your shopping because the crowds aren't too bad. We have incredible boutiques, incredible retailers, incredible restaurants. There's just so many choices, and the quality of the displays, the quality of the assistance is unparalleled. Now, I will say one thing, please start on the Edina side of 50th in France, then go to the Minneapolis side. Of course, I'm partial myself. And when you're done with that, make sure you sit down and enjoy a nice meal or a nice cup of tea or a nice glass of wine at one of our local restaurants. Take a look here. This is the 50th in France Business Association website. It gives you a listing of retailers by category. It's a great place to start if you're not familiar with all of the titles of the businesses. In addition, when you get here, you'll get to enjoy beautiful Christmas decorations both on the sidewalk, and you can also see the 50th in France Christmas tree, the famous Christmas tree that was just lit and decorated last week. So we're so grateful to be here again, and please visit and shop hard this holiday season. Hey Zach.
Josh.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, my friend.
I am so grateful that Salut has agreed to be our Spotlight Business of the Month for December, because not only is this the best restaurant in town, but it's my personal favorite. I look forward to taking a tour of the restaurant and hearing more about your business, so let's take a gander.
Let's do it.
All right. So let me just start by saying I'm an old Filio's fan. I actually grew up in that restaurant. I worked in that restaurant. It was one of my first jobs, so I got much love for Parasole. You guys have a number of restaurant concepts in town. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure, absolutely. We have 14 different properties in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
And it started with, Muffaletta up on Como Avenue in St. Paul in 1977, and from there we got involved with the Good Earth concept and did Filio in the early 80s, and we got into Manny's.
Yep.
Things that you see now, Chino Latino, Cafeteria, the Salutes, Pittsburgh Blue, Burger Jones, Mazzamia, a lot of different concepts, but there's a couple we actually started that are no longer part of our company. Buca de Beppo is one that we started, and also Ocean Air, but those are since have gone public and are with somebody else now.
Well, Ocean Air, loved Ocean Air, Manny's of course, Burger Jones. I just actually took my wife there for the first time. I said, honey, this is the best burger in town. You gotta come try this thing. So, like I said, I'm a fan. So now when did you guys come to this location, and aren't there several of these Saluts?
We opened this location here in November of 2005. So we just celebrated our 7th anniversary.
That was right before I moved to Edina, so that's why.
Well, it's timely.
That's why I wasn't here for the opening.
It's timely. No, it's timely. Yeah. Which came first, Sprague or Salut?
Salut.
That question comes up a lot. We have a second location we opened up in St. Paul on Grand Avenue. Okay. It's kind of just off of near Lexington on Grand Avenue, the old Sydney's there. So yeah, we have 2 of these now.
Were you here for the opening?
No. I've been with Perisoli now for 3 years.
Okay.
And I've been at this location for 2.5. And I originally got hired I was a man without a country. I got hired and I didn't have a store. I did a lot of internal work and some training stuff and worked at a couple different locations until I landed here and been here for 2.5 years now at Salut in Edina.
Well, I love the menu. I love the ambiance. I love the service is incredible. The oyster bar, the bar has a lot of different moving parts. Yeah. What do you feel are the core strengths of the menu and the location?
With the menu, we have a lot of flexibility. We have a certain equation that we apply to the menu every time we roll one of these out. We try to do 2 menu rollouts a year, typically spring and fall, and try to steer the menu based on what's seasonal for ingredients. But we try to do a quarter of our menu about to be authentic French items, another quarter real sort of classic American dishes with maybe a little bit of a French veneer to it.
French flair.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not French, we're faux French.
Okay, faux French works.
We're kind of Frenchy. And then that sort of middle swath, that 50% can be some real chefy things. We're doing a lot of stuff with rabbit right now and a lot of great seafood items.
Seasonal as well, yeah.
And but I think overall we have a lot of great flexibility. You talked about how much you and your wife love burgers. We make a great burger, but you can also come in for a nice duck
Royale
breast.
with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Yes, a la Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's not your everyday average bacon cheeseburger. It's a Royale with cheese.
It's a Royale with cheese. Yeah. and then the oyster bar, you've got great seafood. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we oysters. We typically have 4 selections, and the big popular ones are always from the East Coast. And so we always try to do something East Coast and West Coast, but most predominantly East Coast. And Blue Points and Kumamoto's are the real popular ones that we sell, and a lot of restaurants that sell oysters, those are the popular ones as well.
But I like Malpecs myself.
You're a Malpec guy?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Give me a Royale with cheese and a Malpec.
I can't get my wife to try. She's not going there with me. However, I myself love them. So.
But we sell a lot of oysters, and the key thing is selling them in volume so we can keep a nice fresh stock in house. So we try to find real popular varieties so we can sell a lot of them and keep a nice fresh supply in. But outside of that, we sell a ton of salmon, fair amount of tuna. We had halibut on the menu for a while. We're selling barramundi, which is an Australian sea bass right now. And a lot of fun seafood on the menu right now as well.
What do you like best about doing business in Edina with this Edina clientele?
The great thing about the clientele here is really 2 things. They stay local. A lot of the folks that come and eat here are from Edina and some of the neighboring communities, but within a very close radius of the restaurant. The other thing is we get a lot of families that come in here. And it's great. We see people of all ages, and it's not just celebratory occasions, just families going out to be with their family. And we see a lot of that in here. And people are loyal here as well. I mean, they like the fact that we're in their backyard and they come and support not only this restaurant, but other restaurants in this neighborhood as well.
I'm glad you said that, because having done so many retail interviews, I find that the Edina customers are hard to win over. They have high expectations, high standards, but once you have them, they stay for good. So,
Absolutely.
you know,
That's been my experience here, and that's been our company's experience here, because we have several restaurants in Edina.
yeah, tell me about what else you got.
We have Matsumiya over on 50th Street here. We've got our location here. Over at the Galleria, we have Good Earth, and we have Pittsburgh Blue, and even Burger Jones, as you mentioned before, which is technically Minneapolis, but we always consider it a little bit closer.
Can you tell me a little bit about the gift certificate promotion?
Yes, yeah. Every year, as a company, we do a promotion starting November 1st all the way through December 25th, actually. And it's for every $100 you purchase, you get a bonus $25 in gift card. And those are redeemable at any of the 14 different Parasole properties. Because we have so many brands with Parasole, different variety, I mean, you can eat, again, come to your neighborhood French joint, you can go to a steakhouse, you can go to a burger shop, or, we do pizza, we've got Chino Latino, which is, anything that's near the equator, we make their style of food. And that's the great thing about it, is that it's not one particular cuisine or, service style or level of dining experience. There's a whole cut of them there that you can choose from by participating in our gift card promotion over the holidays. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
That reminded me of one final thing I wanted to comment on. So I went to the website today, and I showed a shot of that earlier in the segment, but you can book online now. That's a big thing now, isn't it? Instead of picking up the phone, you can get on your iPad or on your phone and just book directly.
Yeah, absolutely. We use OpenTable, which is a great hosting program it's international, and we use them to as reservation management, to make book tables at all of our restaurants. And it works just as well to do that as to call the restaurant. The nice thing about calling the restaurant, we still like it old school a little bit. We like the personal interaction, and we can also tailor your reservation. So if you and Kelly are coming in and you want to sit at a particular booth, we can tell you where it's going to be at.
What is the best, most romantic booth in this place? What number is it?
52. Booth 52.
52. You see, you get all this inside information on Edina's blog. 52. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably the most widely requested booth that we get. It's tough because we have a lot of people that we consider VIPs that come in here, and sometimes we get them requesting the same booth on the same night at the same time.
Well, I'm going to remember that for next time for date night. I'll be at table 52, and I want to thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For all the great information.
Yeah, great
I wish you guys the best of success, continued success. We love you here in Edina, and certainly the Sprague family loves the Parasole productions.
No, we appreciate you guys. Thanks very much for having me.
Well, the end of another production season. It was a great year. We had some great episodes, great businesses, and of course, great news on the housing front. So I want to thank all of the viewers for supporting the show and for making it so successful. Thank you to my friends and family who support me. Love you and appreciate you. And thank you to my clients who made 2012 my most successful year in real estate ever. Look forward to helping you with your housing needs in 2013. And for more information and fun on Edina Vlog.